Yo,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Good. Okay.
Just woke up, bro.
I know, I'm going to sleep. Opposite ends.
Yeah. All right. So,
What happened with
in these sales calls, bro,
Yeah, you gotta close them.
the 100% about me taking money.
Okay, you gotta close them, yeah. I know.
Yeah,
Okay, so what you're
yeah,
doing, you see, the script is good. They're sold by the end. So that's the first part's done. But that's the same every
yeah,
single time. Like, that's not
yeah.
your performance. Your performance is afterwards. Because that's literally this, I zone out and I just blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Right?
Hmm.
You'll get there in a bit. Because you say the same thing every single time to every single person. You don't even listen to what they say.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it all starts in objection handling, okay? Because what you do, and I guess I don't know. I mean, it's like it's easy to do. You're like, okay, I finished my script, like I did 2 hours or whatever. Right? I'm happy, done. Right? It's not. It starts there. So,
Yeah.
um, okay. So, tell me about. Okay, give your thoughts on your own performance on objection handling, and then we will. Um, I mean, I just want to role play, and I want to teach you how to do it properly, basically,
Yeah.
because it's not as hard
Yeah.
as it might seem. In for these for
Yeah.
B2B stuff, like what we have, it's really just okay. First of all, never say negotiate. Don't say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I redid my
I'll
fucking
be saying
computer,
that, bro.
bro. I formatted my entire computer to be able to film looms for you. So, and for the whole
I
team, by the way,
really
because I had
appreciate
no
that.
looms for a month. It was horrible for workflow, right? So now I have
Yeah.
loom again. So next feedback I'll be able to give you good, so you'll be able to hear what's going on, right?
Yeah.
But okay,
I've got 4 calls today, or some shit. So yeah, I'll definitely implement all this stuff we're talking about.
four,
Yeah, 4.
awesome, perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So
Loki got had 6, but I've rescheduled 2.
excellent, man. Good job.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, basically it is a mindset thing. It's like just like caring about how they feel, not wanting to pressure them. And
No, you have to. You have to be opposite. You have to get mad at yourself because you should have five, six clients with the quality of calls you've gotten, and you should be like,
yeah.
okay, this call, I'm going to objection handle the fuck out of them. Okay,
Mm,
but how to do it? Okay,
mm,
how to do it? You don't know this yet. Did you see the YouTube video? I think you watched it maybe once and then forgot about it. Where I go over the.
yeah.
Did you watch it? Do you know it?
Yeah, I've seen it. The objection handling where you agitate their pain points and then reiterate your services in a different way.
Yeah. So why haven't you done that on anything that I've seen?
I've done it briefly on a couple clients. Um,
Not the ones I've
not the
seen.
ones that you yeah, not the ones you've seen. Yeah,
You got
unfortunately. Just
every time. You have to do it every time.
yeah,
Okay, let's just role play. Let's say
yeah.
you're at the end of the script, and then I'll tell you
Mhm.
what to say, and then you'll say and all this. I don't like. I'm not putting you on the spot to perform now. Okay, I just want to see kind of what you do on your own. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's say Dick asked me like, tell me the pricing. 10K, 7.5, 5K,
Mhm.
and I'm prospect. Tell me, I'm a prospect. I'm in my head. I'm sold.
All right, so our pricing goes like this. We have 3 tiers. The first tier is for people for brands doing 100K a month. We take 10K per month and 10% of return on ad spend. For brands who are doing
10%
between
of
50 and
revenue.
100, okay, 10% of revenue, yeah.
It's
For
simpler to
brands that
say
are
too,
doing
and it's less confusing for
between,
them, and you get a bigger cut.
okay,
Okay.
yeah, for sure. Then for brands that are doing between 50 and 100K, we take 7.5K a month plus 15% revenue. And then for brands who are doing less than 50K a month, we take 5K a month plus a tiered ROAS system or revenue percentage of revenue system, which is like 30% for the first month, 20% for the second month, 10% for the third month. Was that how it was?
No, that's totally wrong. No, the tier. Okay, you can even
Because
say
I never do the percentage of revenue.
it's
I
just
never
the
really say that.
yeah, because you got to think about it. Like now, I'm just like, hey, you know what? For under 50K, we just don't take any percent. It's just easier, right?
Hmm.
But the point of the tiered one before, I was like, up to $30,000 that you earn, we don't take anything. And then after 30,000, we take 10% or whatever it is, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But when you choose like this, just take it after the 50K, right?
Hmm.
So just to simplify
Yeah.
for you, say for brands doing over 100K, we do 10K a month plus 10% of revenue. that we bring you. Okay, for brands between 50 and 100K, we do 7.5 monthly plus 15% revenue.
Mhm.
And for brands under 50K, but where I know it makes sense financially is when you're making about 30 to 50K, you can throw that in depending on how you feel. Okay,
Yeah.
because saying
Yeah.
that opens the door for a price drop.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, but I can
Exactly.
negotiate it. I'm desperate to close you. I can reduce my price because I'm worth nothing. Right? Don't say
Yeah.
negotiate. Right? That's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay, man. You got 4 calls today. You should close 2 of them. You should close at least 1. You should close 2 based on
I
like,
should. I should.
yeah. You should close
I,
2
I
based on
should.
like trailing averages because you haven't closed the previous ones. But like, you should close at least 1 out of 4. That's standard. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then yeah, under 50K, we just do 5K a month. All right. Okay. So you tell me that, and I'm like,
Right. So you want me to say it?
no. You just told me that, and I'm like, all right. That's a lot of money.
Listen, Edward, I know it's expensive. I do understand that. We are one of the most expensive agencies out there, like I said before I told you my pricing. And that's when I transition into, yeah, objection handling. But like, what's it?
Do it.
Yeah,
Try it.
what's a good way of going into that?
Okay. First of all,
Because I've written a script actually. I've written a script for it, and you've read through it.
yeah,
But
you haven't used anything. But
yeah.
here's a secret. There's only one objection that we're gonna encounter, and it's the price. It's never gonna be, oh, I have to talk to somebody about it, or like I have to ask my wife, or like fucking I don't know. Like sometimes I have to think about it, and then you just pressure them. Like you're like, yo, I totally get what you're saying, but okay, but like you agree with them, so yeah, okay, I totally get you want to think about it, but I've just explained all the systems to you, so I think you understand everything. Is there anything that's unclear? Right? And when they say no, then you're like, well, listen, like, remember that you said you wanted to achieve X? We can get you to X, right? With our systems. Do you see how that would work? They'll say yes. Then you say, okay, and look, I totally understand you want to think about it, but to be honest, you've been in this position for X many months, right? You've thought about it when you booked the call, when I filmed the loom for you, before you got on the call, so you know where your business is, right?
Mhm.
So this is our pricing, right? I understand people do want to think about it. That's cool. Do you like what we offered? Do you actually want to work with us? I'm like, yeah. Like, okay, cool. So I respect you got to think about it. Let's take a minimal refundable deposit as a show of good faith on your side. It gets the contract over to you. It's drafted automatically. And then once you're ready, right, you just sign that. And then there's an auto email that comes after you sign with a link to the onboarding call to get started. Does that make sense so far?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then but this is going to be rare. Think about it, right? The point is, you just got to push them to make a decision there and then, or at least give a deposit. If they don't give a fucking deposit and like a $500 deposit, not this $15 bullshit, right? Nothing's going to come out of it, okay? Because
Yeah.
if like it's $500 but it's refundable, or it's $200 but it's refundable, right?
Mm.
It's a big enough sum that they will actually look at the fucking contract. If it's $5 and
Yeah.
15, they don't give a shit. Right?
Mhm.
The only time I've done like little 5-15 is like with Europeans, because Europeans are very wary of doing deposits. And Westerners, and I think Australia is like, New Zealand is like Western, right? It is.
Mhm.
Right? We're not.
Yeah.
Right? So that's fine. Okay? But the
Yeah.
real
Okay.
objection is always going to be just, that's price, that's expensive. Okay?
It always is. Yeah. It always is. Yeah.
Because they're usually smaller brands, right? They're not even making 50K a month.
Mm.
Right? So you're like,
Mhm.
okay, cool. Let me explain why the price is like that. Okay? Why our cost is like that. So the retainer is literally my flow through costs to pay my team to deliver the service that each client needs. Bigger clients require more things done for them. Okay? So that's why it's higher. But everybody gets the same team, which is the best team, which is the A team, which is the only team we have. Okay? Doesn't matter if you come to us
I
like
need to say
another
that.
client
I
at
need to say
300K.
that.
What's up?
I need to say that. I need to say that.
You have to justify the retainer. Okay? But again,
Mhm.
you justify. Okay, first of all, you agree. Then you remind them of their pain point at the start of the call. And then you do all this stuff. Then you justify the retainer.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So you say, hey, the retainer is like this because of this reason. Right? Now, I understand you're smaller, right? You're not even at 10K a month yet. They're like, no, we're not, right? Okay,
Hmm.
like, do you want to work with us? Like, do the systems make sense? Do you see how we would grow your store? And they're like, yes. And you're like, okay, great. Is so then, like, let's just put price aside. So putting price aside, given everything else, right? Do you want to work with us? They'll say yes. And you're like, okay, cool. So price is the only stumbling block from moving forward. They'll be like, yes. You're like, okay. So, okay, you tell me what you think about the price, and then you listen to what they say, right? Because they might tell you like, I can't do 5,000, but I can do 4.5. Great, because in your head, like you're
Yeah.
thinking, oh fuck, I got to sign for like 2,000, and they give you a higher price to take it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, then
Yeah.
just tell me what you think about price, and listen to them, blah blah blah. And once you let them
Hmm.
and it's this loop, right? Agree, remind them of pain point. Remember, like you said, this is important for you because of why, and then you do this justification, right? Justify why the price is what it is, okay? And you,
And so the justifications come in the form of there's three. I think there's like three things you normally talk about. You talk about the A team. Um, you talk about on-flow costs. You talk about everyone gets the A team, but they're kind of the same thing. You talk about there was something else you mentioned. For I just need like content
yeah, it's
to
this.
reiterate to them.
Yeah, it's this. You say like this. You're like, hey, listen, we are like we said, like I said before. I told you the price at the start of the call. We're going to be the most expensive out there, right? That's because we don't offshore the work to $2 an hour Filipino virtual assistants, right? And I'm interested in long-term partnerships for with you, with our clients, right? We only work with 13, 15 clients at a time, right? Because we can only handle so much capacity. There's only one team working on all the client accounts, which is the best team, which is the A team, which is the only team. And it doesn't matter if you're doing, $500,000 a month or you're starting from scratch. You get the best team. That's why the costs are the way they are. The cost, the retainer, is literally just my flow through cost to pay my team to deliver the services you need. Does that make sense? They'll be like, yeah. Okay. Do you want to write that down?
Mm,
Are you
I
following?
remember that one. I
Okay.
remember that one. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. So flow through cost of me to pay my team. Um,
Mhm.
and as an agency, we only profit. Like this initial engagement is going to be break even for me. I don't make money. I don't lose money because the retainer is literally just to pay my team to do the work you need. Okay. Now, given that you're smaller than 50K, you're doing like 2K a month, you won't actually need as much work as someone who's doing 30, 50K a month. Okay. So if I can, and again, you got to get them to confirm before this that price is the only issue, and like if putting
Yeah.
price aside, they work
Yeah.
with you. Okay.
Yeah.
So just like you said, price is the only issue, right? If I can adjust the price a little bit for you, right, to make it more feasible, would that be something that you'd consider? And they say yes. Okay. And you're like, great. And then this is where you have to think based on the previous call, right? You say, okay, so I'll tell you what. My bare minimum to pay my team is, and you tell them whatever you think they can actually pay. It's 1.5 to 2,000 a month. It's 2 to two
Mhm.
and a half thousand a month. It's 3 to 3.5 thousand a month, right? It like whatever you think they can actually afford based on what they've told you. Okay.
Yeah.
I usually do. Sometimes I used to do 2.5 to 3.5 thousand, right?
Mhm.
But I'm like, hey, that's too big of a spread. So I do like I
Yeah.
used to do 2.5 to 3. Now it's always, and I tell salespeople the same way, 3 to 3.5, right?
Yeah.
And they always sign up. The ones who can, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I say. And then you're working Australian dollars. So I think for you, most cases it'd be 3 to 3.5, right? You're like, okay, so the
Yeah.
absolute minimum it
It
costs my
sounds like a
team
good
to
one. Yeah.
work is going to be 3 to 3.5 thousand. So if we can meet somewhere in there, we can get you on, get you started as soon as tomorrow. Sound good?
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
And they'll
Okay.
say, yes, man, that sounds a lot better, but it's still very expensive. I don't know if I can afford it, right?
Hmm.
And then you take them to the same fucking exact loop. Yes, I totally agree with what you're saying. But remember how you told me, and this you do a different pain point. Okay? Remember how you told, and then you go for the close again, right? Do you like our systems? And you just kind of on the spot make up stuff. Do you like our systems?
Yeah.
Remember how I showed you this thing, and like you said, it was great for your store. Remember how low your conversion rate is? Right now, it's 1%. We can get it to 4 to 5%. Right away, that's 4 to 5x your revenue. You'll see that within the first 30 days. Do you remember that? Yeah. What would 4x more revenue with your existing traffic do to your store numbers? Oh, they go way up. Yeah, and you're not paying any advertising fees, so that's pure profit for you just by fixing us coming in, fixing the lowest hanging fruit, which is your website conversion optimization.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we'll do that right away. Does that make sense to you? Yes? Okay, so like I said, I can do for you, and again, I don't do this often, but minimum cost can be 3 and 3.5. If we can meet somewhere there, let's go and do it. What do you think?
Mm.
They can say yes
Of
now,
course.
right?
Yeah.
Say yes. Or if they say,
It's a no-brainer.
yeah, or if they say, yeah, man, that's still very, very expensive, you need two things. Like, okay, what's a number that can work for you, right? But you know what my costs are, so I can't go under 3. But I'm just curious, what could work for you? And they're like, oh, $500. And you're like, really? So you expect for, right? You're like,
Yeah.
so this you can start getting aggressive because you did the loop twice. Usually I do
Mm.
it 3 times, and then I'm like, then I let them go. Or if I'm on like,
Yeah.
I really want to close, I become aggressive. I'm like, yo, listen,
Yeah.
like, you're saying $500. Do you expect someone to grow a store from 0 to $100,000 a month with a $500 monthly retainer? Like, you just take the 500% on file, you'll have the same results, right? Like, that's nonsense. Does that make any sense to you? You've seen how complex our systems are, right? Yes. Do you think that, like, we can run that for $500? Like, no. So then, right, I guess we're not a fit.
Yeah.
And that's it. And
Yeah.
then,
Exactly.
but bro, it's just this loop has 3 parts. Agree, remind them of pain point, right? Different one each time,
Reiterate systems.
right?
Yeah.
Different one each time. And then go for the close again. Go for the close again. Go for the close again. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. What you should write down though is the structure of how we do the pricing, the price drop. Okay?
Yeah.
Which is you introduce it like this. Just how I said. Okay? So like remind them of pain first. Sorry. Agree with what they say. Like genuinely agree with it. Right? Remind them of the pain point, why they're talking to you, and then go for the close again. When you go for the close, the objection is always going to be price. So you say like, hey, do you actually want to work with us? They'll say yes. Do you see how our systems can grow your store? They're going to say yes. Right? So you can write down 1, do you want to work with us? 2, you see our systems grow your store? Yes. 3, let's put price aside for now. Right? So putting price aside, would you sign up today? And you got to emphasize today. Right? And they'll be like, yes. And that
Hold up.
opens-
So hold up. One is, do you want to work with us? 2, do you see how it works for you?
Yeah.
And then 3 is, what was the third one again?
Fuck, wait, I always do this like off the top of my head. I gotta get in the flow again.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Yeah, I know.
So, do you want to work with us? Yes. Do you see how our systems can actually grow your store? Right? And they'll be like, yes. Okay. 3,
Mhm.
putting price aside. So let's put price aside.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Would you sign up today? Assuming price isn't a factor. And I get that we're expensive, right? But I just want to see where you're at. So just let's put price aside, right? Let's pretend it's not a factor right now. Would you work with us and sign up today?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yes. And when they say yes, that's your. And I never use the word negotiation. Never. It makes you look so weak. But doing
Yeah.
it this way is the negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Of
Because
course.
doing it this way, they're like, yeah, we want to work with you. Yeah, I see how I can grow your store. Yeah, if we can, work out the price, I'll sign up. All right, great. Here's how I can work out the price. And by the way, I'm not doing it at a loss. I'm doing it genuinely because this is going to be like, this is what, subconsciously is going on. I'm not doing it at a loss. I'm doing it genuinely because that's my actual flow through cost to pay my team, right? So that's what I can offer. I'm not losing money on this deal. So I'm not negotiating down, right? I'm not making money, but the point is to grow your fucking store, right? To get the revenue share so that we're both happy, we're both growing, everyone's making money together. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
So after those 3 questions.
I'm with it.
Okay. So after those 3 questions, you tell them, okay. So the way you explain how the retainer works and why it's like that, right?
Mhm.
Explain it here. Don't explain it before. There's no point explaining it before. Before you just state it confidently. You don't need to justify it, right? But now you can justify it because you're doing them a favor because you're so understanding. Yes, I totally agree, Sam. It's so expensive, right?
Yeah.
So you got to explain how the retainer works and why it's like that, right? And then the key points for the retainer is 1, flow through, not on flow. Flow through, right? Write that in big fucking letters, right? Flow through cost for your team. Point 1. Point two, everybody gets the same team, which is the best team. Same team works on all accounts. That's point two that you got to emphasize, right? When I
Yep.
say everyone gets the same team, which is the best team, which is the A team, which is the only team, right?
Yep.
And then same team, and then point three, because you're smaller, you're under the 30 to 50K, or whatever it is where it makes sense, right? You're under 50K. You're small. You're just starting out, right? I know that you won't quite require as much work as someone who's doing 30, 50K a month, right? So my cost to pay my team are going to be a little bit less, and I think they're going to be. Well, I know they're going to be between 3,000 and 3,500 per month, just for me to pay my team to deliver all the work that you need. So if we can meet somewhere there, we can start working together as soon as tomorrow.
Yep. Cool. All right. Easy. Easy.
Good.
Okay. It's just it's for me,
Yep.
I get this fucking yeah, it's me just like refusing money, like don't let me take your money. Don't let me take your money. It's like a mindset like
Yeah,
that.
it's
It's like weakness, bro. It's
psychological. Yeah, it's a
just
psychological thing. But you got
fucking
better
disgusting.
on the first call. You were like, "Hey, don't listen to me ever. I'm trying to sell you. Don't buy from me." That was great.
Yeah, yeah,
No, but it's
yeah.
cool. It's cool, man. You got way better.
I feel like last week was just a waste of fucking clients and time, bro. I had like fucking 8 calls. I know it's obviously learning. I know it's essential, and I just feel fucking
Well,
low this week.
here's what you do. Okay, when you don't close, you get angry and you say, "Okay, next time I really got a fucking objection handle."
Yeah.
Because you sell them. I've seen except one person, but everyone was sold at the end of the call,
Mm,
right?
mm.
So don't
They're
worry about
always
that. Like
yeah.
all the brain power that you were putting into that before, forget about it 'cause it's on autopilot. Maybe not now, but very soon, right?
Yeah.
Now the thing you got to think about is
Yeah.
objection handling. But it's the same
Hmm.
loop, right? And you loop 2 or 3 times. Don't give up before 3 times. No, I'm gonna make it clear. You will loop 3 times on every single call.
Hmm.
Okay, 3 times.
All right.
That's what I want to see. It will be very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. Was it even uncomfortable for you, though?
Yeah.
I feel like I've got this fucking thing, bro, where it's a huge, yeah, it's huge psychological weakness.
No, I don't think it's that bad. Just inexperienced at this. Like my thing was, um, exactly the same that you're doing. Where I finished the script and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, now it's on them. I don't, whatever. And like it was more so with RebelFit.io because we were having way more calls and they were smaller deals, right? And I was having like 6 to 8 calls a day scheduled, and
Yeah.
like half would show up or 60% would show up, so it was always kind of chaotic, right? So sometimes if like
Yeah.
the call before didn't show up, then I'm waiting on this one, like, and they were also scheduled very tightly. I was like, okay, I have like 2 minutes. Ah,
Yeah.
fuck, I won't even objection handle much. I'll just try once and whatever. And then I was like, fuck, I like
Yeah.
could have closed it if I did harder objection. So next one, okay, I'm really in, and the next one I really do objection handling. It's like this roller
Mm.
coaster, right? It's just
Yeah.
psychological. Is what happens to people, right? But you got to get excited about doing objection handling,
Yeah.
and you want
Yeah.
to,
Yeah. It is exciting.
right?
It is exciting.
I don't know if it's exciting, but you just have to say that you're going to do it. It's uncomfortable. It's always
It is to
uncomfortable,
learn a new skill.
right?
It is for me to learn a new valuable, super valuable skill, man.
Yeah.
Like it really is. I remember there was last week, man. There was this chick. I think you saw the call. It was the call that you said that there was nothing here and you closed it early.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was that one, or maybe it wasn't. But when I told her the price, I felt like she closed off a lot, and then that I was willing to do some objection handling. When I think about it, I was at the time I was like, okay, let's do some objection handling. The fact that she closed off at the price, she also said to me, this is what she said to me. She said, I don't haggle on price. I let someone give me their best offer, and then I
Yes,
go away and think about it.
because you said I can.
And she was very like,
I know. That's because you presented completely incorrectly. You said I charge
yeah,
5,000, but I can negotiate it down. So
yeah,
5,000 is my fake charge, right? That's what you said.
Ah,
That's what
fuck
she was
that
like.
accent, bro. Don't do that accent. Don't do that accent, bro. Fuck.
But that's
Fuck. But yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's why she said that, because she's like, this price is completely made up and it's bullshit. If he tells me like like, I don't know, this fucking vacuum cleaner head is $10,000, but I can sell it to you for 1,000, right?
Yeah.
It's so phony.
Yeah.
The whole thing is broken, right? But then you
Yeah.
justify why it's $10,000, right? This thing was made like fucking 1600s out of first plastic ever, like, on Earth by aliens, right? 4 centuries
Yeah.
before plastic was actually, I don't fucking know, invented, right? Anyway, but yeah,
But yeah, I get you.
okay. But you got to
That's
do the
I
loop.
think that's it, man.
The loop is
Yeah.
to agree, remind them of pain, and then go for the close again,
Yeah.
and never use the word negotiate.
Never.
Okay,
It's written down.
good. That one's just
Fuck
out.
that. Fuck that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a mini role play with no pressure. I'll correct you where you go wrong, because I want to see that you do this correctly. Okay, so let's imagine you told me the
All right,
price,
man.
or tell me the price quickly.
All right. So the pricing goes like this. We have for brands who are doing more than 100K per month in revenue, we take 10K per month plus 10% of revenue that we bring in. For brands who are doing between 50 and 100K per month, we take 7.5K a month and 15% of the revenue that we bring in. For brands who are doing less than 50K a month, we take 5K a month with no revenue share. Should I say that or no?
Yeah, and you can say, you know why?
No revenue share.
Yeah, you say we don't take a revenue share there because we don't want to artificially stranglehold your growth, and we don't want to put you the money. We want you to put the money into ad spend, so you can get
The reason why we do that is because we want you to invest as much profits and benefits as you can into ad spend, so we can consistently scale you instead of strangling and putting your growth in a chokehold, and it's all artificial and you're not actually profiting at all.
Yeah, just
So
simpler, right? We don't want to artificially strangle your growth. We want to put you. We want you to be able to put as much money as possible back into ad spend, so we can scale you faster.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. We don't want to artificially hold up your growth. We want you to put in as much ad spend. We want you to take as much profits as you can and reinvest it back into the ad spend.
Don't use reinvest. I don't like that invest. Just say take as much money and put it back into ad spend.
Okay. Take as much money and put it back into ad spend. No reinvest.
Yep. I don't like
Can
invest.
do. Can do.
Word. Alarm bells.
Any? Oh, real? Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the price? Since you'd be at 5K a month, since your brand is doing less than 50K.
No. Don't. No, not now. No. You just say the price and you shut up.
Okay.
So try again.
I'm shutting up.
Try again.
All right. I'll just do the. Should I go through the whole price thing again?
Yeah, just do it quickly.
Or just the 5K?
Quickly, yeah.
All right. So for you, since you're making less than 50K a month, we take 5K per month.
Whole pricing.
Okay. So for brands that are doing, the pricing goes like this. For brands that are doing 100K per month plus, we take 10K per month and 10% of revenue share, the revenue that we bring in. For brands that are doing between 50 and 100K per month, we take 7.5K a month and 15% of the revenue share that we bring in. For brands like you who are doing less than 50K a month, we take 5K a month and no performance-based fee or percentage of revenue share. The reason that is we don't want to artificially hold up your growth. We want you to put as much profits back into ad spend as possible. Does that make sense?
Yeah, or say put as much money in, not profits, because they're not profits really until you take them out, right? But yeah, cool. Okay, so do that last bit again.
So for brands like you who are doing less than 50K a month in revenue, we
don't even say like you. Just say the 3 tiers like this. These are the 3 tiers. Here they are.
So for brands that are doing, the third tier is for brands who are doing less than 50K a month. We take 5K a month and no percentage of return because we don't want to artificially hold up your growth, and we want you to put as much money back into ad spend as you can.
Okay. See, you blink first. Yeah, this is where you just wait until they speak first.
Yeah, I knew you were doing that.
Yeah,
I knew you were doing that.
No.
I knew you were doing
Anyway,
that.
but yeah. Okay, that's it. And then you wait what they say, right? And they're like, "Ooh, that's a lot of money, man. I don't know if I can afford it."
I totally get what you're saying. It is a lot of money. Let me explain to you why that is. So essentially, these retainers are just on flow through costs to my team, not on flow costs. Flow through costs to my team. This is what I need to pay my team and do the work.
No.
Oh yeah, fucking pain point. Fucking pain point, bro.
And agree.
All right,
And you got to agree. You got to agree
agree.
with saying it's a lot of money, but you don't say it by justifying why it's a lot of money. You just say, yes, and we're the best. It is a lot of money. The end. I mean, you can do it more
Yeah,
eloquently than that, but yeah. Okay, so I'm like, oh
yeah.
man, that's fuck. That's a lot of money. I didn't think it'd be that expensive.
I totally get that, man. It really is a lot of money. But the reason why that is because we're the best. Now, remember when you said at the start of the call when we were talking about what you want to do with your business and how you've been stuck at your revenue, which is whatever 15K. You've been stuck at 15K revenue for the past 6 months, and you're struggling to find your route towards growth. This is that route towards growth. This is the opportunity right in front of you. And let me explain to you why that is. Remember that ads creation thing that I was showing you, that lucid chart, where we can create essentially infinite permutations of ads. That allows us to, it's essentially a guaranteed system as to finding the winning ad. And through that winning ad, which has essentially a ROAS of something like 5 or 6x, every single dollar that you invest, you're getting 6 times returns. Plus, not to mention the conversion rate optimization of your store. You're currently at a 1%.
On. One at a time, because
Yeah.
you have to go through 3 of these loops. You don't want to
Oh,
blow your load
use
all at
one.
once at the start.
Yeah, got
Okay?
you.
Okay?
So essentially, that ads creation process guarantees you a winning TikTok ad and multiple winning TikTok ads, infinite winning TikTok ads, because we find the formula as to how we get there for your brand. We can continuously reiterate and repeat that, and that's how we scale you to those 100K months, 6-figure months, which is ultimately your goal, right? And you say
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
and then so
But is that realistic?
do you want to work?
We're at 15K,
So
and you're saying you can get me to 100K?
this is real.
Yeah,
This is like role.
yeah, role
Yeah.
playing. Yeah.
Should I just say we've done it before? Yeah, we've done it before. This is not a
Just have belief and
uncommon practice.
conviction. Yeah, just have belief and
Yeah,
conviction. Yeah, we have the systems.
yeah, yeah.
We've done this
Take
over and
me to
over again.
yeah. To be honest with you, yeah, it is a really honestly doable trajectory. Like we've done brands who are at 15K per month. We've taken them to higher than 100K per month, even 7-figure months.
Oh,
So
maybe that's a little bit extreme.
fucking 30-figure months, bro.
A little bit excessive.
Nah, yeah,
No, but yeah,
yeah,
you gotta have conviction, right? And then you also emphasize why they're special, right? And you're like, yeah, remember at the start of the call how I screened you,
yeah.
right? That's why I know we can
Yeah.
do this, because you have the margins and you have the products. We have the marketing
Yeah,
strategy.
okay. Yeah.
Okay, so
Look, honestly, it's a no-brainer to take you from 15K where you are right now to 6-figure months with your profit margin sitting at 50%, 45% on a bad day. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a no-brainer. We've done it before with worse circumstances, and with your product, it's a catch. It really seems like a guarantee. So, do you want to work with us? Does this everything that I've explained to you on this call make sense? Do you see the systems? Do you understand everything?
yeah, the systems are actually good. I like the systems.
Yeah. So you want to work with us? It makes sense for you.
Yeah, but it's like I said, it's very expensive.
So the only issue then would be the pricing, right?
Yeah,
If the
yeah.
pricing was perfect, if we could agree on the pricing, you would sign up today.
I don't just say
Too aggressive.
Putting price aside. It just
Putting
looks.
price aside, yeah, completely ignore price. Put it aside. Would you sign on with us if it all makes sense?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay, great. So let me explain the retainer. So essentially, these are the flow through costs for my team just to get them to run. So what is the first one? Yeah, so it's that. Anything else there? There's something else on the flow through costs. Flow through costs. Or is that do I just talk about the A team and how you get the best team, the same team?
On the first loop, I would just say the price again. So let's get started
Yeah.
because you agree. You
Okay.
agree that you want I wouldn't even do the price thing on the first loop. I would say, hey, like I totally understand your point. Remember how you said X, Y, blah blah blah, right? And we have these amazing systems. Do they make sense to you? Yeah. So with those systems and the confidence I have to grow your store, I think it would make sense to work with us. No? You could say yes. You're like, okay, so do you want to get started? And that's the first loop. And there's no price talk, and there's no, you just offer them again. You just, because it helps, bro. It helps so much when you agree, because then you have empathy, and then you remind them of their pain point. They're like, oh, fuck, right, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's a big issue. And then you show how good you are with, like, reminding them of all the good stuff you do, or one thing, right? We have this amazing system that can grow you. And that just all of this justifies the price. So you're like, okay, so, like, that's our pricing.
Yeah.
Do you want to move forward?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? That's the
So
first loop. Okay? So don't do the pricing
yeah. Yeah.
on the first loop.
Okay.
Okay? And some people will say, yeah. And then great, you didn't drop the price. You made more money. Right? And some people will need another push. And this is actually good because the first loop with no price and the second and the third will be with price. And then it's cool. And then 3 times, that's your 3. Okay?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's
Okay.
say I'm like, yeah, man, I'd love to, but it's still just so expensive. And remember, you didn't do the pricing, right? You just said, hey, we have these ad systems.
Yeah.
Um, so you told me about the ad systems.
Hmm.
You reminded me of my pain point. You reminded me what I want to get to, right? And then you
Yeah.
go for the close. Ask me for the close.
Okay. So the reason why prices are so high is because essentially they're just flow through costs for my
No, no,
team.
no, no,
This
no,
is
no, no,
the.
no, no, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hold on. We're still on the first loop.
Didn't you say?
First loop.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
First loop.
Um.
Just go for the close. So say like, okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
got you.
agree with me. You remind me of my pain point. Go from there. Do the TikTok ads
Yeah.
permutations thing.
Okay. Ads creation again. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So um pain point. Yeah. So 15, 6. Okay. Yeah. So really the way we get you to these 6-figure months and away from this 15K benchmark that you've been sitting at for the past 6 months is through our ads creation systems. That is the secret sauce for you. As I said at the start, that's what you'd be the most interested in. The reason why that is because we can essentially create infinite permutations of ads. When we can create infinite permutations of ads, eventually, plus our data collection and testing systems, we will find that winning ad.
Yeah, bro. This is really strong. You're doing
The
really good
fact,
here.
okay. So we will find that winning ad. Once we do find that winning ad, we'll know exactly how we did it because that's what our systems do. They don't just find something randomly and we have it. We track that. We keep that. We'll have that in the back end. We'll be able to iterate and reiterate consistently and successfully on this ad for the future so we can consistently have that winning ad running and scale you to those 6-figure months. That is the way that we do it. And that's when I ask those 3 questions.
And then what?
Would that be the right time?
What questions? No, no. This is the first loop. Now you just close me again.
Yeah, is it? Yeah, yeah. So it's like, do you want to work with us? Yeah, those 3 questions.
No, that's on the second loop.
What the fuck? What?
You just try to close me now without any 3 questions.
How do I even go for the close from here though? Without asking those 3 questions?
Because you say like, does that make sense about the ad iteration process? Like, yeah, okay, you do it.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
let me be
yeah,
on the other side. Okay, so we make like a million permutations of your ads. We find winning ads for you guys, and once we have the winners, we have the structure behind that winner, so we can create like infinite permutation of that ad to scale your store to unknown numbers. Does that make sense?
yes,
Yeah. Do you see how that would work for your store?
for sure,
Okay, cool.
for sure.
So let's move forward.
Yeah, so let's just say that. Okay, so that's easy. That's easy. Okay.
But you have to ask for the close.
Yeah,
You have to ask
yeah.
for the close.
It's like I'm fucking allergic to it, bro. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you see that ads creation process. You see how we can find those winners.
Yep.
Does that all make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So let's move forward. Let's move forward, man.
Yeah, good. Just yeah, that's it. Okay, that's first loop. Okay, and some people say, yeah, okay, let's go. Like, yeah, you know what? That actually sounds really fucking good. It is a lot of money, but like I'm taking a big risk here, man. But like, I like you, so yeah, okay, we can do it. So what's how do we do this? Then you're like, oh, I'll take a deposit now. It'll be refundable, right? No worries. And I'll draft the contract automatically, and you get the contract in your inbox. As soon as you sign, we're ready to go. We can start as soon as tomorrow, right?
Mhm.
Cool. And then take the fucking payment here. Like, don't send them the link. Take the digits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
And if they express uncomfort about giving you digits, be like, well, okay, cool, I could send you the link, and they're like, all right, and I'll just wait for you to pay it. Say that, so because they'll try to weasel out of it, like, oh yeah, I got the link, okay, I gotta go, yeah, like, oh, look at the clock, like, right?
Yeah.
No, he's like, okay, I'll send you the link, and then I'll just wait here until you pay it to make sure it goes through successfully.
Yep. Okay. Makes sense. That makes sense.
Every single client that I've signed, I did this with. I could have
Yeah.
lost every single client that I signed.
Mm.
Nobody is like an easy layup where they're like, here's my card. Oh, no, here's my card, right? One person who signed up then after started sending all their cards to us on WhatsApp to like for the ads, man. I'm like, don't send the fucking cards,
Yeah.
right? So ask for the
Ah,
close first loop, okay?
explain retainer. Explain retainer on the second loop.
Yeah,
And then third loop, it's just
it's not even explain the retainer; it's justify the retainer,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. For sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's try a second loop.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's say okay, you ask for the close on the first loop. We're on the first loop, and you're asking for the close. Ask for the close.
All right, so everything makes sense.
Yeah,
You see how those systems can take you to 6-figure months?
yeah. Actually, I do. Good reminder.
So let's move forward, man. Let's move forward.
I'd want to, but it's still a lot of money for me. Like it really is a lot of money. Like 5K.
Yeah, and I totally get that. Yeah, I do get that, bro. It is a lot of money. 100% it is a lot of money. Well, I told you that we are one of the most expensive agencies out there. The reason being for that. So these are essentially just the flow through costs for my team to make them work, to get them to do the work, and to get you to scale, to get them to scale your
So it's
business.
a loop. It has 3 parts: agree, pain, close. Where's the pain reminder?
Oh, the fucking yeah.
Draw a circle on a piece of paper, like literally.
No, I know.
You have to. Here, I'll do it too. Let's see.
Fuck.
I'll send you a picture.
I just drew it.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. You can even draw all 3 loops that you're going to do. And then it's literally like this is going to be the same as the script for you. There's not much thinking here anymore. Like I've taken the thinking out of it for you. Okay. I actually
Yeah.
I would like you to. I don't know if you will, but I would like you to actually draw 3 loops. Like the first one, the second one, the third one, and then for each one you say what you're going to fucking say. Okay?
I can do that. I can definitely do that.
Yeah, do that because the first one there's no price drop and there's no justification of price. The first one is literally agree, remind them of pain, and then do like the justification wrong words, you get confused. Like remind them of pain and then remind them how good your fucking systems are and why you can really grow their store, and then ask for the close again. Okay?
Yeah.
And then look what happens. 2 times you've asked for full price close. Okay? Right? With the first loop. Is the second time you ask for the full price close. So there's 2
Yeah.
options,
Yeah.
2 chances for that. Okay? And the next 2 are going to be the discounted price drop closes. Okay?
Yeah.
And then it's not actually
Yeah.
that much pressure on you or that uncomfortable. Okay?
Yeah.
So first loop is full price. Okay? Second loop, go through a second loop. I'm like, yeah, man, okay, yeah, like it does sound good, but 5K is still a lot of money for me, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I totally get that, bro. I totally get that. So these are essentially just the flow through costs of my team. This is oh my fuck, bro. Hang on. Just ignore. Let me restart. I get it. Let me restart. Okay, so
I want you. Okay, you got to draw 3 circles for the calls.
no,
All 3.
that's
Number 1, number 2, number 3.
It's retarded. Do I take a different pain point or repeat the same one?
Yeah, I mean, if they only have really one, then you do it again, but in like different wording. But like I go for the harshest one first, and then the other one. I don't know. You just like you try to get a couple. That's why you say, "Why does this matter to you? What do you want to achieve?" Right? All those types of questions.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's
Yeah.
different pain points. Like financial ones, like, hey, you're missing out. Like you can make them up too. Like, hey, like we can get you. Let's say, okay, you're skeptical of 100K a month, but you're 50. We can get you to 30. Right? We can double it. Right? And then every
Mm.
month you don't do it, you're missing out on double the revenue that you're making now and double the profits. So the cost of not working with us is 2x your current profits at the very least. So say I just made
Mm.
up a pain point if they didn't give me much on the call. All
Yeah.
right? So you can make them up
Yeah.
like that. But
Yeah.
uh, yeah, the ones that are emotionally relevant to them, but like are their reason why they're doing this, why they want to grow the business, those are the first ones you go for. Right? Make sense?
Yeah.
Or sometimes
Problem
for me,
solves, yeah.
I save them for last. Like they're the killer ones. Like your mother's dying of cancer in the hospital there, and her bill is like you've maxed all your cards to pay the bill, and you have like 5K left in your account. Well, at 5K isn't going to cover her $100,000 cancer treatment, but you know what will? Giving us that 5K to work with us, and then making all the money to cover her cancer treatment and more, so she doesn't have to die within 6 weeks. I probably
Yeah, that's
saved the
fuck.
harsher ones then for the
That's
for the
fuck.
final loop, right? Yeah, you don't want to go that aggressive at the
That's
start,
insane. That's legit insane.
right?
Okay, yeah. Excuse me, bro. A bit sick. Okay, so yeah, too expensive. I totally get that, man. I totally get that. But it really is honestly is the way that we take you to those 6-figure months. Now, and also give you that free time to go and travel Europe, like you were talking to me about. You want to take your kids to Europe, we can get you there. So let me explain why. No, don't explain why.
Pain points, bro. Pain
Um,
points is like, remember how you said that you can't take your kids to Europe? That's pain.
yeah,
Not, oh, you want to take your kids to Europe, right?
yeah,
Your mother's dying of cancer and you can't help her now.
yeah,
Don't you want to be able to help her,
yeah,
right? That's how.
yeah,
Okay. You've been stuck at
yeah, yeah.
15K a month and you can't get it up higher, but you want to get it higher. Remember how you said that to me at the start of the call? Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
That's pain point reminder like that.
Okay.
Because pain is being
Yeah,
like it's not having something, not being able to do something causes you discomfort, right?
yeah,
So if you say taking your kids to Disneyland, whatever the fuck you said, that's not a pain point. That's like just something I'm happily look forward to. It's not a pain point. But if you say, hey, you know how you haven't been able to take your kids to Disneyland for the last 5 years and you've wanted to so much because you just don't have the
yeah,
money, but this business actually does hold the key to unlocking that for you. You've just been missing the right systems on the marketing side. Well, we give you those systems,
yeah,
right? Now, okay, and then you do the pricing. Then you go into the pricing thing. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, go.
Bro, it's not easy. It's so fucking easy. I don't know why I can't do it, man.
Well, that's why I'm here to teach you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Imagine if
For
I let
sure,
you
for sure.
go after I just talked you through once and we didn't do this second role play.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd be doing these fuck ups on the call. No, we got to get you good now.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so I totally understand the price, man. It is expensive. We are one of the most expensive agencies out there, like I said before. So remember how you said that you haven't been able to take your kids to Europe? That's been a holiday that they've been dreaming about, man. And this is honestly the way that we get you there.
Yes, fuck
I'm
them.
being
Yeah,
serious.
good job. Okay, good job. Well done. Okay, yeah,
Okay,
keep going.
okay. So these are basically the flow through costs of my team. This is what I need to get my team to work and get these results for your business. The reason why they're so expensive is because we're not
Let's
paying
okay.
$2.
Let's do this better. Let's do this better. Let's do this script this part better. Okay. Um. So look, we are expensive, right? Because we are the best, right? But let me kind of explain
Mhm.
what that retainer actually means for us. Okay. So as an agency, we only have one team in place, and that team serves all our clients. That's why we can only do 13, 15 clients at a time. Okay.
Mm.
Now, the retainer, the monthly retainer, for all the deals we sign. Remember, I told you at the start of the call how I need a 4 month engagement, and this is just proof of concept us to you, right? This is what it's going to be. The retainer is literally just my flow through cost to pay my team deliver you the things you need to grow and scale all the services that you're going to get with us. Okay? Now, obviously, as you get bigger and bigger and bigger, you need more stuff done. So that's why the retainer goes up at higher levels of revenue, right? Because there's just more things that we have to attend to, more creators being made, more like A/B split tests, more whatever, everything. Okay, so with your brand, because you're only doing 15K a month, okay. Well,
Hmm.
let me just ask you this, right? Do you want to work with us? Like, does it actually sound good for you? Yes. Right? Does
Yes.
it all make sense? Do you believe our system can actually take you to where you want to get to? Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, how I was talking about the retainer just now, all right? Let's put that aside. So, putting price aside, right? Assuming price doesn't matter, would you sign up today? They'll say yes. Okay, and that final yes is your opening to give them this amazing new offer, right? You're like, great, man. So look, I really want to work with you, and I'm gonna be honest, right? Those flow through costs, like it's gonna cost me a little bit less than the 5K for someone at your level. So what my real costs are going to be, probably around 3 to 3,500. So if we can meet somewhere there, we can move forward and get you going and scale your store to those crazy amounts that you want.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I totally get why price is expensive. I totally get that price is super expensive, man. We are one of the most expensive agencies out there. um, Remember how you told me though that you haven't been able to take your kids on a holiday for the last 3 years because you've been so stuck up in your business trying to get above the 15K revenue mark. This honestly is the way that we get you to those higher months, and we give you that time freedom that you're so desperately craving. Nah, fuck all that. Last little bit,
No,
a
that was
little bit
great. That
weird.
was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Okay. So the flow through costs. So the pricing is really the way just because of this. So we have one team, the A team, the best team. Every single client gets them, regardless of whether they're doing 100K months, 7-figure months, or they're just getting started. Everyone gets the same team, which is why we're boutique and we only work with 13 to 15 clients at a time.
Yeah, very strong. Good job.
Because you're smaller, my flow through costs are not going to be as high. To be honest with you, we can probably bring this down to a tiny bit. So I'm thinking for you,
No,
since you're
you
small.
didn't do any of the questions. You didn't do any of the questions.
Oh yes, yes,
Do you
yes,
want to
yes,
work with
yes, yes,
us?
yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You're
Okay.
so
Okay.
eager to drop the price to try to sign. You can't be because at the bro, it's not about the price. This is like the biggest rookie mistake in high ticket sales ever. People think that they give a higher price, and if they just drop the price and talk about price, they'll sign. No, it's all this other shit. But price is a
Yeah.
real thing at the end of the day. That's why we do it this way,
Mhm.
right? But it's all this
Mhm.
other shit around it that makes the price drop feasible. Because if you do it how you said, if I did it to my clients, so I signed for 3.5, I told them 5K. Like it's 5K, they're like expensive. Oh, but I can negotiate down. Let's negotiate. I can do 3.5K. Nothing's gonna happen. What the fuck? Why do you just quote me 5K?
Yeah.
He's a fucking scammer, right? You just wanted 2.5 extra,
Yeah.
or 1.5 extra. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the number
Okay.
is not what's going to close them. It's all the stuff around it. The number is just like
Yeah.
accepting reality that maybe they really only have 4,000 in the bank and they'll pay you 3.5 now. Okay,
Yeah.
but it's all the stuff around it. So try again.
Okay.
And it's not the
So
number. It's not the number. Changing the number is not what's going to close them. Okay,
yeah.
modifying the
Okay.
number just
So
gives them a path that they can actually accept. But it's the path, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah. I get you. I get you.
the lower number has no power in terms of getting them to close. Okay,
Yeah.
that's very
Yeah.
important for you to understand.
Yeah. Okay. So pain point. Yeah. So to get you that time freedom
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an
and
example.
the
Okay, let's say you go to I don't fucking know Nike store. I hate Nike,
yeah.
but I know they're expensive and they're shit. I just don't like them, right? And you walk in the store and you like these shoes and they're like I don't know 380, right? And then you try them on and you're like, and the guy's like, oh, do you like them? You're like, yeah, but they're expensive. And he's like, oh, but I can give it to you for 10. You'd be like, well, you'd be like looking at the store like, is this a real Nike store? What the fuck is this counterfeit? What the fuck's going on here? Right?
Yeah.
You would be
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay. Like you might be, yeah, okay, because it's only $10, but again, that's like $100 per thing. But you know what I mean? That's the sort of thing. It's
Exactly.
not the fucking number
Exactly. 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 No, I get you. I
because
get you.
you have to
That
keep
that makes perfect sense.
because you have to keep the same value attached to working with you. You're
Yeah.
just so gracious that you're able to understand their situation that you can, be like fucking yeah, like I said, so gracious that you can actually, I don't want to say reduce, but you can modify the costs to pay that they have to pay to work with someone as good as you just to make it work for them because you see such potential in them.
Mhm.
That's what's going on in the back, right? It's not from
Yeah.
5 to 3 or 5 to 2, right? So try again.
Fuck, man. It's so fucked. Just, oh my god.
You'll
I'm
become
talking
you'll
about,
learn
yeah,
really
just that.
fast.
Yeah, yeah,
You'll be fucking excellent, man. You improve so fast.
yeah. I know, I know. Still fucked though. Got to improve faster, bro.
No,
Still fucked.
you're good. Like we'll do this right now, and you'll close them today.
Yeah,
Okay, so say go
100%.
ahead. Let's go.
Okay, so um, this is honestly the way that we get you to that time freedom and those 6-figure months that we've been talking about. Get you out of the country, get you traveling, get you free, bro. That's what we want to do. So this is the way we do it. Essentially, these costs are so high because they're my flow through costs of my team. The reason why the costs are so high, no. Don't talk about how high they are. Just say these are the flow through costs of my team. The reason being is because I've only got one team, the A team, the best team. This is a team, the same team that scaled brands to 7-figure months, 7-figure years before. So even if you're just starting off, you're getting the same team. That's why we're boutique. We only work with 13 to 15 clients at a time. We keep everything small so we can handle this workload because there's only one team and they work with all of my clients. So that being said, because you're a smaller business, you're still under 30K. You're just getting started. I understand that 5K price is going to be a little bit too high for you. But the fantastic thing is that being completely honest with you, the costs are going to be a little less for me because you're so small. There's not as much work to do.
Where are the questions? You're
So
asking the same thing again. It's like the fourth time.
yeah, I know, yeah. So before I get into that, does everything make sense?
Yes.
Do you want to work with us?
Yeah, I'd love to work with you.
So price is the absolutely only issue then. If we could put price aside, yeah. Sorry.
No, it's good.
If we
You're
could
good.
put price
Yeah, you're
aside,
good. You're good.
if you could, if you could put price aside right now, would you sign on with us today and begin working with us?
Yeah, I mean, putting price aside, but 5K is still a lot.
Right. So to be honest, with a
Yes.
business like yours,
There you go.
with a business like yours who's still doing less than 30K, the costs for me are not going to be as much. That is just the truth. So if we can sit somewhere between 3 and 3.5K, which is honestly the minimum I can absolutely go for a business like yours, the absolute minimum
No, I
between
do. I
three and a
do. You're
three.
close. You're close. But I do it a little bit different, right? You'd say like this. Like, okay, so the retainer is the flow through cost, right? That I got to pay my team so that I'm not losing money. Like the ain't sheet on these deals, we don't make money or lose money, right? We're break even. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I get you. I
So
get you. Okay. So let me do that. Let me do that. So for these deals, man, these honestly are my flow through costs. We don't make money or lose money. This is honestly, the initial 4-month contract is just for trust building. So we can enter a longer term agreement. We can really scale you to those higher numbers over a longer period of time. And we can both organize a deal that we both benefit from.
yeah, and
So
you're
this
like,
is
wow,
honestly,
Symbiosis really knows what they're doing. They grew my store and they really put their money where their mouth is.
yeah, exactly. Um, so fuck, where do I go from there? Give me a prompt.
Um,
Yeah,
flow
fuck.
through costs. You were saying
um,
just do it from the start.
yeah,
Do it from the
trust
start. Go from
builder.
the
Trust.
kids. I haven't been able to take kids to Disneyland.
Yeah, okay. So you told me that you wanted to take your kids on holiday to Europe. You haven't been able to because you've been stuck at home working on this business for the last 3 years, trying to get yourself above that 15K month mark,
Go on a
right?
piece of paper. Do this second loop. Draw it as a second loop. Now,
Oh, wait, what? What'd you say? What'd you say?
draw the second loop now. So you don't do it after. So you
Okay.
do it live. Okay. So you have all the material
Yeah.
needed to close. Okay. So draw the second. This is the second one, and then we'll do the first one after. Should have done it earlier. I just didn't think. Okay. So do the second loop. Agree. Remind of pain. Close. Okay. Just like I sent you. And after remind of pain, under it at the bottom, you can see my picture. There's like the arrows at the bottom. I don't know, however you draw it, right? But you can't see it. You can see it on Telegram, right? This is the price drop. This is the first price drop thing. Okay. So over here, there's 3 questions. Put 1, do you want to work with us? 2, does it make sense how we grow you? 3, is price the only issue?
So under close, you want me to write that?
No, but under the arrow from remind of pain to close.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Okay, so what are they? Read it back.
Do you want to work with us? Do you see how it works? Putting price, it isn't a factor anymore. Would you sign today?
Perfect. Okay. And then put some arrow underneath, and then you do the justification. Okay? And let's do the justification properly. So, step 1, you explain what the retainers are on the first deal. Right? Retainers are flow through costs to pay my team. We only have one team for everybody. As brands get bigger, they obviously require more work. Okay, so we don't make money,
Yep.
we don't lose money. The retainer is just what it is. We don't profit at all.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, so explain that first. Did you write that down? Read it back to me, what you wrote.
Yep. Just writing it. So, you want me to say the whole justification or just what I wrote down there?
What you wrote down?
I literally just wrote the point that you said where, so for brands, so before this you were saying uh, um, so these are just, we don't really make much money at all on this initial contract period. This is just a trust builder.
No, you don't make
But
any.
for when brand,
You don't make any.
we don't make
We
any
don't lose.
money
We
on
don't
this
lose any. We don't make money,
contract.
we don't lose money. The retainer is flow through cost.
Yeah. Okay. So on this retainer in this initial contract period, we don't lose or make money. This is just a flow through cost for my team. This is essentially for us to build your trust and enter a longer term agreement after this initial contract period ends. Because obviously when brands make more money, and when brands grow, they make more money, they have more profits, and we just take a percentage of what we bring in from that. And that's where we start winning and we start gaining with you.
Sure.
Nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then?
Justification. And then it progresses into the three Qs, the 3 questions. Do you want to work with us? Do you see how it works? Putting price aside, would you sign that? And then say, yep. And then go for the close. The close would be,
No, after they say yeah, you have to drop the price on the second loop.
yeah. Exactly.
So write that down.
Yeah. So,
Write that down. This has to be written down.
so for small businesses like you who are doing less than 50K a month, you're around 15K a month. I understand that 5K retainer is going to be a little bit too high. And to be honest, it doesn't make too much sense because, oh no, I won't go into that because that just negates what I was saying before. Yeah.
You say that you know that for smaller brands, you don't need to do as much work.
Yeah.
So
For brands who are small like you, we don't need to do as much work. And that's why we can cut this price down to about 3.5K as the minimum. That's probably what the flow through costs are going to be.
yeah, a little bit better framing though. Be like, because cut down, bad wording, reduce, negotiate. Those are all bad words, weak words, right? You
Okay.
just say, look, listen, I understand you're smaller, and you said you want to work with us, and you said the price is the only issue, right? So if we can figure out like a better deal on price, that's not weak, right? So we can figure out a better deal on price for you. Sign up. You just said that, yeah, okay. So here's what I can do. I know that for smaller brands, right? My team's costs aren't going to be as high because there's not as much volume of things to do. There's a lot of stuff to do, but just the volume is slightly less, right? So
Hmm.
for someone like you in your
Yeah.
position, my costs are going to be between 3,000 and 3,500 a month. This you write this down. Like for someone in your position, my costs are going to be X to Y. So for someone like you in your position, my costs are going to be 2,000 to 2,500 a month. For someone like you in your position, my costs are going to be 1,000 to 1,500 a month. For someone like you in your position, my costs are going to be 4,000 to 4,500 a month. For someone like you in your position, my costs are going to be 3,000 to 3,500 a month. So if we can meet somewhere there, we can get you signed up and get moving today. How does that sound?
Yep.
Bro, to be honest, the interesting part is when I do that, there's some percentage of people, maybe 10 to 20, who take the middle. They're like, oh, let's do 3.25, right? Let's meet in the middle. And the rest are
Yeah.
evenly split. They take the low or they take the high,
Mhm.
just for interest. Like literally 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay?
That is interesting.
Yeah. Because people like are either like really about the money or they really like because if they take 3.5 and I offer them 3, then they really
Yeah.
appreciate what we're doing, right? And it's not just like, oh, I went from 5 to 3.5 for you, right? It's all the stuff around it. So it's not that number, right?
Yeah.
Because the justification
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, for someone in your position who are doing a little less revenue, my costs are going to be somewhere between X and Y. So it's right now for this purpose, we're saying 3.5K. So if we can meet somewhere there, we can get you signed on and moving today. How's that sound?
Perfect. Ta-da! Second loop done.
All
Good
right.
job. Okay, so we just got to write all this shit out. All right. Let's do the first one. First loop. Take a picture. Let's see your second loop. Go bathroom. Take a picture and send me while I go.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
Go.
Yeah. Okay. Second loop. All right. Let's do first loop.
Go.
Okay. So first loop is just again it's the same base, right? Agree, remind of pain, and then go for the close. Okay. So drew that.
Yep. Done.
Okay. And then under that bottom arrow, let's just go over. I mean, you do point form here, right? Remember what it was? It was literally there's no price drop, right? It's literally just reminding them of what you do after the reminder pane, and then you go for the close, right? So for you, you want to say, hey, the TikTok system is so great for the ad. The ad ideation system is so great because we get millions of versions of ads of winning ads. You did great there. It's a great script for you. I'm gonna fucking steal that script.
Yep.
Right? Like it's really good. You did really good there,
Ah,
right? Write that down. So that's what you do on the first fucking loop. Every single fucking bloody time. Okay, unless someone wants just landing page, then you're like, okay, well we'll do landing page. We'll go your conversion rate from 3 to 5 because they don't want ads. You know what I mean? But you'll understand the principles behind this.
yep.
Okay, so yeah, so for that one, you just really emphasize that, and then you go for the close. And what did you write down for how we did the close on the first loop? Because I think you wrote that down.
Um, it's just those 3 questions, man. Do you want to work with us? Do you see how it works? Putting price aside.
No.
Okay, yeah. So no, we don't say. Yeah, okay. Um, should I just say, do you want to work with us? Do you see how it works? Does that ads creation system make sense?
Yeah.
Do you see how that can take you to X?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get to it, man. Let's sign
Yes.
on.
Go. Write it down.
Okay. That was tough. So good. Yeah. Yeah. Done.
Okay. Good. And third loop.
Third loop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's just make up the third loop. All right. So same base. Agree. Remind of pain. Close. Second one you can call the price drop loop. And obviously the third one is the same price has already been dropped, so you don't drop it more.
Yep.
But you just push them again. One more time. Okay, and let's do it like this. By remind of pain, put some notes saying
Yep.
like the most aggressive fucking pain points possible. Because, bro, at this point, you've done 2 loops. You're on the third one. You have nothing to lose. They're about to fuck off anyway. All right? So,
Yeah.
like, literally, you can only win by being super mega aggressive. You were nice up to now. They didn't sign. Okay, time to go aggressive. Hail Mary, right? Last ditch effort. Because what's the alternative? The alternative's like, okay, well, let's. All right, well, nice talking to you. Bye. Or one more loop. That's the aggressive fucking loop. Third one. All right.
Yeah.
So here, right, really aggressive fucking big pain point. Call them out on their bullshit. Be like, yo, like you've been stuck at this point for fucking 2 years, right? You're making 15K. I'm telling you, we have systems. Like, and here you have to be like full conviction. Like, I am telling you, right? Like, I'm telling you, we have systems that can grow you to 100K. We've done this over and over within 60 days, right? That's right away 5x your profits, right? And you're saying price issue. Like, I understand the retainer is going to be the biggest chunk for you at the start, but once we get you there, it's going to be negligible. And everything in life that's worth doing has inherent risk. And remember, we get rid of that risk by offering a profitability guarantee. Now you can do the profitability guarantee on the third one, actually. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, that was fucking great. That was fucking great. Yeah.
This is actually really good systemized. I've never.
That was fucking fantastic, bro.
Helpful for me too.
All right, so let's do this shit. That was so fucking good, man.
Yeah, when I think about it, I've just never really thought about the subjection handling this much because I just do it. But when it's like this, it's linear, it's planned out, it's better.
Yeah.
Right? So okay, so now every call is
hmm
literally going to be exactly the same.
Um, fuck, how did it start? Call out on their bullshit, and then we say,
No,
I
you
literally, yeah, okay.
pain point
Yeah.
is like this is the aggressive one. Third one's aggressive. And the profitability guarantee on this one. Not before.
Yeah.
So big guns on the third one. Aggression and profitability guarantee. But you can, you know what? Like to be honest though, like we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here and too excited. You can introduce the profitability guarantee before you even ask for the first close, right? Because that does help people, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
just see how it goes. Try, literally try. Be like, this call, I'm gonna only offer the profitability guarantee on the third loop, right? Or like my
Yeah.
first two calls today, only on the third loop. The other ones, I'll do it before I even say the price, and see how it goes, right?
hmm
But the point of the third loop is just that aggression, that you're like really aggressive on the pain point. You're like you're not taking their bullshit anymore. You're like, look, you've been stuck
Yeah.
forever at this thing. We can get you 100K. I have the proven systems for that, right? And I think you understand that. Do you understand that? Are you an idiot? Like you say, do you understand that with the intonation? Are you an idiot? Right?
Yeah.
Like you
Like,
say
are
that
you
out loud,
retarded?
right? Um,
Yeah.
like yeah, right?
um, yeah. Okay. So, what did you say after that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You said, bro, I'm just writing literally what you said before.
Yeah, good.
Like, exactly what you said before. I thought it was fucking fantastic. Um, I know a big chunk right. Yeah. All right. Easy. Oof.
Read it back to me. Read
And
what you
then,
wrote. So I don't know what the fuck you wrote. So tell me.
yeah. Okay. So you said, I'm telling you, I have systems to get you to six-figure months, like we've done for so many clients over and over again. Not verbatim, but something like that.
Yep.
They're proven. I know that the retain is a big chunk right now, but in a couple of months, with how much growth we're going to bring in, it's going to be negligible and you'll forget about it. Everything in life has inherent risk. That's a fact. Anything worth doing has inherent risk, but we take away that risk with our profitability guarantee. That states blah. It's fucking good, man.
Yeah. So I'm good on the spot.
Yeah, yeah, I'm good as. Um, it was not verbatim, but yeah, that's just the general
Yeah.
things that you said. Um, and then after that, it's the exact same close. It's like, alrighty, does what I just said make sense? Um,
Yeah, you could
do
just
you see
remind
the
them of
truth?
everything. You just remind them of everything. Be like, yo, okay, so look, the retainer is my flow through cost to pay my team, right?
Mhm.
You've been like, I'm assuming you've been honest with me. You can do this like skeptical, right? I'm assuming you've been honest with me and like you're actually truthful saying you want to work with us. They're like, right? Like, okay. And I've been able to, here you can say reduce, right? I would able to actually reduce the retainer for you, so it's less than the initial amount, so that you can get in and start doing this, so we can grow and scale your business, right? Do you see that? They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, but hey, Edward, you're getting a little bit aggressive here. I'm like, yeah, I know, but like, here's my thing: if you don't sign up, you are missing on a huge opportunity for actual real growth in your business. And I love growing businesses, right? So, excuse me if I do sound aggressive. I'm just like very passionate about it. And I know somebody with your products can do so well with the right marketing systems in place. And we build those systems for you, right?
Yeah.
So giving up on it now for $3,500 is like, it's for me, it's just such a stupid decision, right? So that's what I'm saying, man. We can really grow you. So do you want to move forward? Yes or no? See, that was
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
aggressive. That was aggressive.
I don't think that's too aggressive either. Like it seems really, you frame it really nicely, to be honest with you. You frame it in a way that's like, yeah, I'm actually trying to help you.
Yeah, and like I'm getting
But
pissed
yeah,
off because you're not seeing that I'm trying to help you,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So yeah, that's the
yeah.
third one, all right? So
I just battle with the idea that I'm being dishonest and not genuine. That's the only thing that I
where
battle with, and I have to, bro. Look, it's a fucking harsh world out here, bro. Like that's the fucking truth, and
where are
like
you being
the
dishonest?
reason why, just like
Don't don't have
with
old
the fact
clients.
that I can actually, yeah, and then I can help them and shit like that. Like
Oh, but that's okay.
it's a, it's
I have old clients, and we'll pretend they're your clients.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Um, yeah, yeah. It's but bro, like the honest truth is like it's things are finite out here, and you have to fucking take from people sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you have to. It's like, and at the end of the day, like these people are fucking usually retarded,
Yeah,
and you people like you and I will probably be doing better things with our money than they will.
yeah,
Just the honest
exactly.
truth. It's the way I think about it. So
Man, like,
yeah,
yeah, don't even worry about it. Like, I mean, yeah, worry about it a little bit, but you'll get clients you'll fulfill. You will try really hard for all your clients, right? Like, actually, genuinely.
of
I
course,
see you do,
of course,
right?
yeah,
And at the end of the day,
of
sometimes
course,
results aren't in your hands. Not sometimes, basically always, right? But right now, the most important thing is to sign as many fucking people as possible, learn sales.
yeah,
Okay? So it's
yeah,
with all this
yeah,
conviction.
hmm,
All right?
yeah,
Because what if you have someone who actually has like a killer, amazing, ridiculously good product, and they are under 10K a month, and if they work with you, they will actually, like, we can look into the future, you will actually scale them to 100, 200K. But because you weren't aggressive on the sales, you didn't have good sales skills, they just fucked off and they were lost forever, right?
yeah,
All that potential,
yeah,
you changed their life forever, and all that's gone.
yeah.
So, right? And you
Of course, of
also
course.
offer you have the profitability guarantee. You're going to keep working for them until they make money. Nobody will want to keep paying ad spend after 4 months of losing money. Right? That's the secret. But you're going to deliver.
Yeah,
Like, bro, we
it's
have one
funny,
client
man.
who I'm actually upset with because they I signed them for a 5K per month, 4 month deal, and they just like yesterday, 2 days ago, paid for the fourth month. So they paid us $20,000, and we've gotten them 6 sales, 6 of a shampoo.
Oh man,
And I actually thought they had really good fucking great potential because he's like a celebrity and or he's like a celebrity hairstylist and he has all like he does big celebrities' hairs. Like I don't know who like Shakira,
right?
these
Is
girls.
he in America? Is he
Yeah.
in America?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the
Yeah. No,
products
I don't
look
know.
great and he has that huge social proof. And literally just
Yeah.
nothing fucking goes.
Wow.
And they paid us 20K plus like 2 or 3 in ad spend. So like down 23K. Right? And I'm just like,
It's fun.
yeah, like we'll keep trying as long as they have funds for it. Like I won't charge more retainers, right? But that was really someone who I was like, yo, Phil, they have great potential. Like we're gonna scale these guys huge, so easy. Anyway,
I get you. I
are we
get you. Yeah.
good? Do you have any questions?
Nah, man. We're all good for real.
That
That helped a
helpful?
lot. That helped a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Heaps.
Good luck on
Just
the calls. send me Telegram feedback after each call if you have time. So you kind of update me live.
Okay.
I'll be asleep, but I can
Yes.
read through it.
Right.
So I want to see how your progression goes in like terms of like what you think, how you did. Because when you write it out,
Yeah.
you'll also be more accountable to it, right?
Yeah.
And you have 4 calls in a row. Literally, just write me.
Yeah.
You know, like fuck, I didn't do the third objection handling loop. I gave up. Like, oh, I'm gonna do it next time. And then on the second call, like, oh, actually, I lied to myself and to you. I didn't do it again. Or you're like, because fuck, Edward's watching, right? I actually did do it again. You know.
Yeah.
So keep me updated that way, okay?
Yeah. I definitely will. I definitely will.
Okay.
Yeah, I've legit got one in 30 minutes, bro. So yeah, or maybe it's an hour actually. I'll double check it. But yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
bro.
I'll go sleep.
It's almost the end of the second month of our
Oh yeah.
mentorship.
Yeah.
So this third month, bro, which is probably like right now, like probably
So I don't know,
now.
something like that.
Give me like legit 2 days. Whenever your reminder pops up.
Okay.
But like I'm saying, from now, give me 2 days and I'll have the money ready.
Okay. Cool. So we keep going. Perfect.